Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi was having so many health issues. He never spoke one word about it. And for 16 years or so, people say he was observing Mauna. In fact, he was not observing Mauna. Because he had nothing to talk. Those who have something to talk, they are somebody. He has nothing to talk. No WhatsApp. See? So observing Mauna is accepting as individual, somebody. But abiding in the infinite that he was, he had nothing to talk about. See? Like Grihastha, they talk about the in-laws, the outlaws. Then the Babajis talk about the ashrams and disciples. The patients talk about the doctors. Doctors hold the pulse. But he who has distinctly established himself in this Kutastha Chaitanya, see, Kasma Shariram Anushanjvaret, why will he talk about either the waking world and achievements and failures, or the dream world of joy and sorrows, or something achieved or not achieved? All these things will disappear. Therefore, initially we have to struggle to observe Mauna. And a struggle becomes very torturous for us because we have never worked on it. And then we come across statements like, Kahna nahi chahiye, I should not say, but our neighbor's daughter-in-law is far superior than our daughter-in-law. If there is exchange offer, we'll try. When you know कहना नहीं चाहिए, why don't you keep your mouth shut? Therefore, vivicha bhrantim ujjitva, by proper inquiry and discrimination, if you really work on it sincerely, you have nothing to talk about in this world. Neither achievements nor failures. But we even talk about our achievements in the dream. Swamiji, in my dream you came and you told me like that. And then all that thing happened. How did you come in your dream? I said, by Bluetooth. See, friends, don't get carried away by any experience which comes and goes, is the trick of the mind. If you constantly think about Krishna, 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 he will come in your dream and he will be an illusion. I had the vision of Krishna. But I don't know what happened. Again, he did not come at all. Then worry throughout life. See, this is the simplest rule. Any experience which begins stays and ends is the play of mind. This is what is said. Kasmat Sharira Manushanjvaret. He who is abiding in the truth, why will he will be influenced by all that is happening to the gross body in the waking experiences, all that is happening to the subtle body and in the dream experiences? Why will he talk? Not only that, we talk even about our sleep. I had very disturbed sleep. Who says this thing? The one who slept, he says, no, he can't say. Because you are sleeping? Good. The waker who is talking, did you go to sleep? No. So who is talking? Every statement can be anchored to dive deep in your own self. This example I told you. I had good sleep, but in between I had bad dreams. Who makes this statement? Like there is no experiencer, no bhokta. In the same manner, there is nobody who makes this statement. Waker cannot make, dreamer cannot make, deep sleeper cannot make. But who makes this statement? The friends. Therefore, Chintayan Sakshinam Kasmat, he who is thus abiding in his own self, why will he get lost in these worldly things? Therefore, Ayatha Vastu Sarpadi Jnanam Hetu Palayane Rajju Jnanehi Dvastaha Dvastau Krutam Api Anushochati. When one came to know Ayathavat Vastu, when the rope is not correctly understood as a rope, it was mistaken as a snake. Then, because we have mistaken it as a snake, we run away. Hetu palayane. Then, Rajju Jnane, but then we came to know, oh yeah, it was just a rope. Then, Ahi Dhvasta, the snake has disappeared. Then we will be proud of it. Do you know, I was coming, I thought it is a snake and I started running. But then the snake did not run. Then I thought what it is. And I discovered it was a rope. We'll be ashamed of our foolishness. We are not ashamed of foolishness. We are expert in foolishness. Krutam api anushochati. How simple it is. Therefore, let there be any experience. Do not take any experience as very serious. Otherwise, meditation jam gaya. Ice cream hai kya? Jam gaya. Therefore, undoing meditation, unbecoming meditator, it is 24/7 practice. So, ayatha vat sarpudhyana jnanam hetu palayane, mistaken, and our error should make us ashamed, but we are even proud of that error. So, मिथ्याभियोग दोषस्य प्रायश्चित्त प्रसिद्धये क्षमापयन इवात्मानम साक्षिणम शरणम गतः. Another example given. Mithya abhiyoga doshasya. Somebody has claimed something wrong, that India has been responsible for killing our citizen in Canada. Mithya abhiyoga dosha. Then prayashchitta prasiddha hai. But now we are sorry, actually it did not happen, but I did say. So, Kshama Payan, we are very sorry. We want to have good relations with India. We should, no. See? So, Prayashchitta Prasiddhe, Kshamapayan iva Atmanam Sakshanam Sharanam Gataha. So, the seeker will be realizing his mistakes. What was the mistake? I am enjoyer and I am sufferer. Then drop that. Neither enjoyer nor sufferer. It happened. One simple technique. Always use passive voice. I have done it. In that, what is done is not important. I is important. I have done it. What is the passive voice? Oh, it was done. So, the job is important. Not who did is important. But in our life, maximum pronoun that is used by us is only I, asmat pratyay. Constantly. I have done this, I did, I went there. Therefore, mithya abhiyoga doshasya prayashchitta prasiddhaye. So, this wrong notion that I have done this thing, I have done this mistake, I have done. For this technique is, don't talk about your past. Once in Varanasi, I am telling about the past. One in Varanasi, I was talking on Prashnottari, Bhagwan Shankaracharya's one text. And there was one old man, he is no more now. He was the editor of the Kalyan magazine published by Gita Press. Very nice, very close friend of mine. Very calm and quiet, very orthodox. He'll be doing his Sandhya, Snana and everything, and doing the japa and everything. And he was writing also editorial, etc. He used to come and sit. And he said, Swamiji, you are so much insisting about not talking about the past. Why? Unless we tell about our childhood, how the children will know what it was like? I said, okay, talk. Vado na avalambya. He said, no, I want to know. I said, okay, if you want to know, I'll tell you. Who is interested in our past? Everybody is concerned about their own future. And what do we have? We have no future, only past. So what can we talk? Only about the past. By that what happens? Past belongs to the body. So when I was child, when I was young, meaning what? Our body identification is maintained. But Swamiji, you are also telling about the past? Yes. But if you have learned from your past experiences, you will grow wise. The only way to stop impressions happening on our mind is to learn from every passing experience. So when we learn, we do not repeat that mistake. And when we don't repeat the mistake, we grow wise. And when we are wise, we are not problem for others. And such people who do not learn from their past, they become old and otherwise. Such old otherwise people are a problem for everybody around. See friends, therefore, mithya abhiyoga doshasya prayaschitta prasiddhaye kshamapayan. Now he is extending apologies To whom? Sakshinam Sharanam Gataha. So to the Sakshi. Now enough is enough. Now I will not talk. There is no point in talking about it. And one day it will click that there is no possibility of past and future. Past is a tense, future is a tense. When you delete your past tense, the one who doesn't have past tense, he will not worry about the future tense. So when the tenses are discarded, the present is also not a tense. Then it is the presence. That presence is our essential nature. Because when we are not, past we were, present we are, future we will be. So we are supporting the division into past, present and future. See? And when we are abiding in this Sakshi Chaitanya, Kutastha Chaitanya, Parabrahma, Paramatma, Bhagavan, whatever word you use, when we are abiding in that, from that point of view, we will come to know there is nothing like past, present and future. How this time is born? Time is born when a sequence is established. Morning, we get up, first event. Then we go to bathroom, second event. Then we come back to bedroom, sleep, third event. Then the bell goes, fourth event. Oh God, I am late. Time is born. So if we do not allow sequence to happen, time is not born. Our lecture started, event number 1. Lecture is not getting over. See? Lecture over. But in and through, before, during and later, one principle is ever the same. So time is an imaginary projection by the mind. And therefore, when we go to sleep, event number 1. Thereafter, unless we wake up, event 2 has not happened. Then what is the time in between? So we look into the watch. Oh God, I have been sleeping for 6 hours. I'll tell you my experience about this. This is how I learned. 10 years before, in Dadar, there was tremendous rains, and in the double-decker bus, the lower floor was underwater, almost. So I could not go on the first because it was packed. I had a small suitcase, kept on my head and standing. So water is to come and flash. So I used to do kumbhak till the water goes down. And then I went to my friend's place, and when I woke up from my sleep, I said, my God, 4 hours I have been sleeping. He said, hey Babaji, you are in the hospital for 4 days. What has happened to the time? Time is established only if sequence is established. Sequence is established only when you function with the mind. When I am born is not known to anybody, because there is no experience of birth. See, friends, and therefore, when we avoid bringing our past or worry about the future, we are slowly transcending the relative world and going beyond the limitations of the mind. See, friends. So, mithya abhiyoga doshasya prayaschitta prasiddhe. So, what should be the prayaschitta we should do? What should be our spiritual practice? Don't talk about your past. Don't ask anybody about their past. Then what to talk about? See, can you count these waves? How many waves are coming per minute? Keep busy and you go away. No further question. So, mithya yoga doshasya. This actually happened in South Africa. I was nice, cool, enjoying the whole thing. Such a wonderful place. One person came, excuse me, Mr. Swami, yes, I want to ask you a question. I said, no, I am doing something. Can you help me? See, I am watching with my watch how many waves come in how much time. So he started looking at it. I went, beautiful. Busy. This is how Mahatmas give mantra diksha. Do you know that? One person went to a Mahatma, Maharaji, I want some mantra from you. Okay, wait. Dekho beta, you are very dear to me. You are special. Then I will give you not ordinary mantra, Maha mantra. Oh. And not from anything. Upanishad. Kali Santaran Upanishad. अच्छा ये क्या होता है? बहुत बड़ा उपनिषद है. There is a Mahamantra. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Say now. Say 3 times. Very good. Now you are Dikshit. Now every day you have to do 36 malas. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. 1. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. 2. 108 and multiplied by 36. Next time that devotee will never go to that Mahatma. Because if he goes, question will be asked, Beta, jab kaisa chal raha hai? That is why it is said the mantra protects. But who? From whom? So the Mahatmas are protected from the devotees by this mantra. He never goes again. Yad gatva na nivartante. See, friend, therefore, don't get lost in this thing. Remain in the present. That is the prayaschitta. Yes, who has not done something good or bad? Something good or bad has happened with everything in the whole universe, including God. What God has done bad? You and me. It is his fault. It is not our fault. Friends, therefore don't regret. Continue. Kshamaapayaniva sakshiram charanam gataha. Therefore go back to yourself. Avritta papanutyartham snanadya vartate yatha avartayan iva dhyanam sada sakshi parayanaha. Avritta papanutyartham. If we have done something wrong, some papa, which should not have been done, then we go to the Ganges, take bath and do the mantra. See? So many things are done. In the same manner, what is the papa we have done? We are mistaking ourselves to be something other than the divine. That is the papa. So, avartayan iva dhyanam sada. So, constantly remind yourself, and the reminder is don't get involved in anything with anybody on any issue. Vado na avalambyaha. We are not obliged to answer all the questions asked by all the people in the world. In the school examinations, question papers, they give options, isn't it? Answer one question out of 100. Even then they fail. See? In the same manner, people may ask question. So you reply. One reply will tell you, simplest, IDK. Do you know IDK? You are all outdated. IDK, I don't know. Anything, who has IDK? Shortcut. Therefore, avartayan iva dhyanam sada sakshi parayana. All the time you are remaining in your own awareness. Like this thing I told you. Listening to silence means not getting disturbed by the sounds. Similarly, remaining in awareness means not getting disturbed by whatever is happening around us. When we get disturbed, somebody is born. When we do not get disturbed, nobody is born. This nobody status has to be maintained. Sada dhyanam sakshi parayana. See friend, therefore I told you, spiritual practice or meditation is not part-time profession. We have to remain 24/7 in this mode. Upastha kusthini veshya vilaseshu vilajjate jagrato gre tatha bhasa saprakhyato vilajjate. See what example he has given. A prostitute with having venereal diseases, if she happens to go in front of a person who knows about it, she will be hesitating. Exactly the same way. This I. He will feel ashamed of him to call himself that I am successful, I am devoted, No, everything is known by the divine. We don't have to bluff to him. Friends, if anything creates a guilt in our mind, we are on the wrong track. How simple it is. Guilt is living in self-insult. Therefore, honor your knowledge. And what is the knowledge? After studying Vedanta, don't bring your past in the present. All that has been done or happened, select, shift, delete. We cannot use Control Z for the past of our life. We cannot. Past cannot be undone. Past has to be dropped. And it can be dropped if we stop bringing the past in the present. See, friends, therefore, when we talk about our past all the time, two things happen. Either the arrogance that I am holier than thou, I am superior than thou, or a frustrated papoham papa karma, then go to hell. Learn to live in the utter present. And the more we learn this to remain in utter present, slowly, the present disappears and the presence takes over. Then you will come to discover when the eyes see the color and form, they don't have to do anything not to be influenced by color and form. In the same manner, when we stand apart from the past, present, and the future at the mind level, when we stand apart, they cannot touch us. See, my friends. Therefore, tatha saprakhyato vilajjate. We will not bring all the good or bad in the jo ho gaya, Ganga ji baad ho bas. Gruhito brahmano mlechaihi prayaschitta charan punaha mlechaihi sankiryate naiva tatha basa sharirakaihi. See? Mlecha is the Muslims. Brahmanaha mlechaihi gruhitaha. Earlier it used to happen. So, they will come and hold up the Brahmin. Brahmin, poor fellow. So, oh, he has become impure. Then he has to undergo prashchitta, taking cold water bath and do the japa, read this thing, all kinds of things. And once he has gone through that terrible experience, then next time he will protect himself from those people. Tatha mlechaihi sankiryate naiva. Again he will not go in that company. Tatha abhasa sharirakaihi. Exactly the same way, the Chidabhasa will not go along with the problems of the gross body, the problems of the subtle body, and the problems of the causal body. Meaning what? Now the seeker will be living as conscious, blissful existence. Which includes everything, excludes nothing. Tata avasa sharirikaihi na lipyate. Then all good or bad things are happening. Who cares? Keep away. Don't worry about it. All the time, same thing. I should not have done that. I did this, what should I do? You are sufficiently punished now. Relax. This is one of the highest spiritual practice. Relax. How to relax? Yauvarajye sthito rajaputraha samrajya vanchaya raja anukari bhavati tatha sakshi anukaryayam. There was a prince who was given the position that he will be the next king. So what he will do? He will follow the king, his father, and learn how a king has to live, how he has to make decisions, how he has to behave in the world when he is a king. So he is slowly trained to be the future king. Exactly the same way. The seeker is now walking as if behind this Sakshi Chaitanya. What is Sakshi Chaitanya? Illuminates everything, reacts to nothing, but doesn't get influenced by anything. And that Sakshi Chaitanya, you don't have to imagine. You can yourself discover, like the vision is the Sakshi Chaitanya for the colors and forms. The mind is the Sakshi Chaitanya for all the organs. The intellect, the I factor is Sakshi Chaitanya for all the likes and dislikes of the mind. The Chaitana is the Sakshi Chaitanya for the I. And Chaitanya is the Sakshi Chaitanya for the Jada Chaitan. We have done nothing. Trace back. Therefore, real spiritual practice is not physical. Because all the problems are because of wrong thinking. Wrong thinking cannot be corrected by not thinking. This is where yogis go wrong. Chitta vritti nirodha. Why we should be afraid of thoughts? Why they insist for that? Because these two sutras are not taken together. It's so simple. Yogaha chittavritti nirodha tada drashtu sarupe avasthanam. If this is happening, then your chittavritti nirodh is meaningful. See, according to again yoga, the sleep is also a thought. In Yoga Shastra, it is said, abhava pratyaya lambana vrittihi nidra. It is a vritti, thought. So when they say chitta vritti nirodha, what is meant is you go beyond jagra sapna sushupti. And then only you are in the Sakshi Chaitanya. That is called as yoga. But instead of taking in that light, they are only holding on to chitta vritti nirodha, yoga. और पकड़ के रखो क्या जाता है यार? No, that is not the meaning. So, Raja Anukari Bhavati Tatha Sakshi Anukaryayam. So now we practice what it is like being Sakshi. Then how do you practice? Be attentive. Take every experience of your life as spiritual examination. Every experience is spiritual examination. And we have to have 100% success, not infraction. Somebody said something to us, देख लेंगे सत्यानाश. See, friends. And what is the spiritual examination? देखो सुनो मत बोलो. Not inside कुछ टाइम आने दो दिखो तुमको. See, friends, learn to relax. If the waters are shallow, even if you put a dry leaf, there will be wrinkles coming. But if the ocean is deep, let the whole ship sink, no wrinkles. When we are living at a surface level of our personality, we get disturbed every now and then. But when you go in the depth of your being, what we do in deep sleep, therefore others are disturbed because of our snoring. We don't care, because we are in the depth of meditation. Rajanukari bhavati tatha sakshi anukaryayam. So to practice being sakshi is dekho suno mat bolo. Stop reacting in this world. The reaction comes only in terms of first the words. It is in the mind. Mind expresses as words. This is another principle. Work on it. Think whatever you like to think, but don't use any words. You cannot think. Therefore, the lesser we have comments to offer, the nearer we are to the Sakshi Chaitanya. Yo Brahma Veda Brahmaiva Bhavati iti evam shrutim shrutva tadeka chittasan Brahma Vedtina cha itarata. Continuing further, it is said in the Upanishad, Yo Brahma Veda Brahmaiva Bhavati. Be attentive. Knowing the Brahman is being the Brahman. When I know it is a water bottle, I don't become water bottle. But when I know Brahman, I cannot stand apart from. Because knowing is being. You cannot know without being. You cannot be without knowing. Yo Veda Brahma, Brahmaiva Bhavati. But in the objective field, he who knows donkey, he doesn't become donkey. What a fun it will be. Don't look that way. This is donkey. Friends. So, yo Brahma Veda Brahmaiva Bhavati. This is what Upanishad says. Tat Shrutva Ekachittassan. Now he is Ekachitta. Meaning what? The mind or the chitta is not going from one to another. Ekachitta, ekasmin, only in one. Be attentive. If it is only one, it can be only infinite. Finites are many. Infinite is one. Colors and forms are many. Vision is one. Sense organs are many. Mind is one. Raga, Dvesha are many. I is one. See, I is happy, miserable, but Chaitana is one. Chaitana may manifest, unmanifest. Jada Chaitan can be many, but Chaitanya is one. Ekachintanat nashametyadaha. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says. Prana bandhanat liyate manaha ekachintanat nashametyadaha. The more we are living in this light of understanding, yo Brahma Veda Brahmaiva Bhavati iti Shrutim Shrutva tad ekachittassan. So what is the meaning of Ekachitta? Nothing in this world can ever disturb us, number one. Number two, no past is ever disturbing us in the form of regrets. We have to learn to remain only in the utter present without going to sleep. Thank you. What I see from here, Vishwarupa Darshan. थोड़ा ब्रेकफास्ट कम कर लेते. Such people tell, Swamiji, you are awesome. Just to hide their sleep, Swamiji, you are awesome. But I have never told you slept. Bandi Butti Savalak ki. So, yo Brahma Veda Brahmaiva Bhavati evam iti Shrutim Shrutva tad ekachittassan. Now his mind is focused only on this. Be attentive. Ekachittassan means mind is not going from here to there. So how to practice ekachittassan? Make absence as an object of experience. Absence is one. Sounds are many. Absence of sound is one. Colors are many. Absence of colors is one. Forms are many. Absence of form is one. Tastes are many, but the tongue is one. Meaning what? Ekachintanat, meaning start withdrawing from objectivity, come toward the subjectivity. You don't have to do anything. Give minimum importance to the objective pursuit. Slowly, slowly, without any efforts, things will start no more bothering us. Tehi vidhi rakhe Ram, tehi vidhi rahe. Living at zero complaint level. ना कुछ पाना, ना कुछ खोना. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. But I could not do meditation today, Swamiji. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? नहीं तो नहीं, कल कर लेना. But today, then you commit suicide. Go. So, Brahma Veti na itarat. Continuing further, Devatmakama yajnado pravishanti yatha tatha sakshitvena avasheshaya swavinasham savanchati. There are some people who do this kind of acrobatics that they want to realize God, and therefore they are told by somebody, if you jump into the fire, you will merge with the God, and they do it. In Japan, it happened few years before, maybe many years before. There was some kind of a cult, and all of them together they committed suicide. Then they will be arriving in the divine kingdom. Don't know where they are gone. So, Devatmakama hi agnyado pravishanti. They enter the fire. Sakshitvena avasheshaya swavinasham savanchati. In the same manner, the seeker is now entering the fire of knowledge and disappears his total past and start living in the utter present. No past. Past is burnt away. In the utter present, only divine alone remains. Na kuch pana, na kuch khona. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Life is just a time pass. For this we told you this two technique. When you don't talk about your past, you are nobody. When you don't talk to yourself, you have blocked your future. As a nobody, no past. Not talking to yourself, no future. Net result, Sakshi Chaitanya. And one step further, I am telling you. Don't get lost in Sakshi Chaitanya. They remain indifferent to everything. Indifference is the highest state. Sakshi Chaitanya means you are observing but not getting disturbed. Indifference is you are not observing. Acha, very good, very good. But indifference is such a lovely way to live in this world. Okay? Somebody will praise you, somebody will condemn you. This is how the world is. Those who condemn you today, tomorrow they will praise you. Those who praise you today, they will condemn you tomorrow. This is how the world is. It's manufacturer's defect. Don't worry about it. ऐसा ही चलेगा. And in this manner, this I who was enjoying or suffering will slowly disappear. So, sakshitvena avasheshaya swavinasham savanchati. No more interested in I. Somebody may appreciate, who cares? Just be yourself. Therefore, our technique is, spiritual life is not becoming extraordinary. Remain ordinary. We don't have to prove anything to anybody. Do you know? Vedanta. Panchadashi, dekha hai kabhi? हाँ, सही नहीं यार, क्या है? यावत् स्वदेहदाहं स नरत्वं नैव मुञ्चति यावत् आरब्धदेहं स्यात् नाभासत्वं विमोचनम्. Now this person who is entering the fire, till such time his body is not fully burnt, he cannot come to be God. So yavat swadeha daham sa naratvam naiva munchati. He continues to be the miserable seeker of God. In the same manner, yavat arabdha deham syat. As long as the prarabdha karma is there, till then, this abhasa will continue to remain. Therefore, whatever experiences we have to go through them. Don't react. So, yavat arabdha deham, subtle body. Still there, sad, na abhasatvam vimochanam. Meaning what? You cannot stop getting identified with the body. You cannot stop getting identified with the modifications of the mind. Where you can stop is, don't take them seriously. Like you cannot stop reflection happening in the mirror. But don't take it seriously. This mirror is not good, In that mirror, when I went, I was looking so beautiful, In this mirror, I don't know what happened. No, that mirror, you were in a beauty parlor. Here, you are in your bedroom. Oh. This is the only difference. Life becomes so simple. Don't take these things so seriously that we forget the joy of life. Okay? So, body identification will happen, mind identification will happen, there will be pain felt, there will be joy experience. Therefore, one bottom line, experience without experiencer. Knowledge without knower. Joy without enjoyer. The moment this body is born, therefore, through dhyane parityajya, when meditation is without meditator, that is Paramatma. Dhyatru dhyane parityajya dheyameva avashishyate. When meditator is not there, how there can be meditation? Then what remains? Whatever remains is remaining. Don't worry about it. Deyameva avashishyate. So, yavat arabdha deham syad na bhasatvam vimochanam. Therefore, don't imagine spiritual path realization means 2 horns and 1 tail comes like Onida. Nothing will change. You will have hunger, you will scratch your head, and you will fall down. In the lecture, you will sleep. Never mind. You are still Sakshi Chaitanya. Friends, na eva vimochanam. Therefore, we don't have to struggle that it should not happen. Let it happen, yaar. How does it matter? And this can be achieved only if whatever we are living in our life, whatever we are doing, remember this thumb rule, nobody needs us. We need everything and everybody. And therefore, we will naturally have humility and not arrogance. When you have got humility, you will be never insulted. But when you have got arrogance, you will be always insulted. See, friend, these are the basics of life. Like, we come over here. Do you think any one of you need this lecture? Then why I am talking? Kujli? Unless I am facing the intelligent, dedicated audience, how can I talk? If you all go, I don't talk to the chairs and the walls, the tube lights. No. Therefore, more than me, you are important. When this is my conviction, I cannot have arrogance towards you. Humility is bound to be. And a person with humility will never get hurt. See, friends, these are day-to-day practice of meditation. So, Rajjujnanipi Kampadi Shani Ev Upashamyati Punaha Manda Adhakare Saraju Kshiptur Uragi Bhavet. Rajjujnanepi, now this is another important point. Although we know this is a rope, it is not a snake, yet Kampadi, the fear about it, Shanehi Upashamyati, slowly it goes away, not immediately. Because you are so much influenced. Oh God, I know I am always afraid of snake. But somehow you came to know it was a rope. Okay, thank God, yaar. It takes some time for the excitement or fear to wane away. Then, punaha manda adhakkare. Again, if another place you go, little dim light, and again there has to be hose pipe, and you happen to step on that, oh God, again here snake. But no, it was there, but maybe it has come over here. Rajju Kshipta Uragi Bhavet. Therefore, we become so much afraid again and again. This will happen. But then, in due time, in practice, it will cool down. Therefore, this practice we have to continue. Evam arabdha bhogopi shanaihi shamyate no hatat. Therefore, arabdha bhogaha, whatever experiences we are going through, it will not quieten instantaneously, but slowly, kramat shamyati, bhoga kale kadachittu martyoham iti bhasate. And at the time when we step on that and we feel that the snake, I think it has bitten me, I think I'm going to die and cry. And then we go to somebody, I think the snake has bitten me. Then I don't think I will survive, I will die. No. Maybe the snake dies. If it has bitten you, and then we go with the torch. Torch means what? Right means of knowledge. Stepping on the rope and getting the knowledge, it is the snake, is a wrong means of knowledge. The right means of knowledge is go with a torch. So when you go with the right means of knowledge, so what is the right means of knowledge? Upanishad. What is the right means of knowledge? Satsanga. When you thus follow it systematically, slowly, wrong notions, fear, frustration, past memories, they will shanaihi shamyati. Slowly it goes away. Don't imagine instantaneously with a switch of a button things will change now. So evam arabdha bhogopi shanaihi shamyati no hatat. Therefore, bhoga kale kadachityu martyoham iti bhasate. And sometimes we feel, I think I am going to die. And everybody is happy. Thank God. Marai, fir zinda ho gaya. So, bhoga kale kadachityu martyoham iti bhasate. Sometimes we feel, I think this is the last time of I can't survive. Jag gaya. Because he was so miserable. One feels I am going to die, but again revives and never thinks about dying again. Therefore, na etavad aparadhena tattva jnanam vinashyati. Be attentive. Because he has gone through some experience as if he is going to die, that doesn't mean he has lost his knowledge of being the self. It was just a temporary phase. It may come, but it will not last long. So, na etavat aparadhena tattva jnanam vinashati jivan mukti vratam na idam. This is very important. Kintu vastu sthiti kalu. What is vratam? Vratam is I observe Ekadashi, I don't take food on Monday or Tuesday or Thursday. I take cold water bath for 1 month. Then 9 months I don't take bath at all. There are people who do this thing. Yearly bath in 1 year, 1 month over. This is vratam. Vratam means we are doing it under compulsion for a short period of time. But Jivan Mukti is not vratam. See friends, therefore we come across in the lives of many Mahatmas, they will be suddenly becoming angry, shouting, using very bad language. But that doesn't mean they have lost their wisdom or knowledge or experience. This belongs to the Prakriti, not to them. But when something happens to us, we get identified and then we become one with the Prakriti and therefore regrets. You see, great masters, they may be abusing, shouting, but they don't have regrets. How important it is, because it is in the Prakriti, they don't have to worry about it, what others will say. Let them say, who cares? Jivan mukti vratam na idam kintu vastu sthitihi khalu. Therefore, abidance in the self is not to be proved to others. Abidance in the self is our immediate personal experience. Let whatever people say or not, who cares? And we don't have to prove to others. यार कैसे समझाओ तुमको? I am really realizing. Try to understand me. What a fun it is. So Jivan Mukti Vratam na idam. Therefore, don't take this kind of understanding. See, I could not do japa this morning, I don't know what will happen. God is happy. You are not eating his head. Ram, 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 Ram. The most miserable God is Bhagwan Ram. Everybody is eating his head. Ram, 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 Ram. He tells, what do you want? But where do we listen to him? Ram, 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 Ram. Like your children, Mummy, 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 what do you want? Mummy, Mummy, Mummy. What the mother will do, you want, chup. Bhagwan Ram does the same thing. Hanumanji, chup. But Bhagwan Krishna doesn't do that. He doesn't say Hanumanji. Do you know why? You may say Krishna, 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 Krishna. Do you think he is listening to you? He is with Radha and playing this. Bolte raho. Relax, man, relax. Don't take spiritual life as a burden or a tension, or you are going to get something. Spiritual attainment is total loss. The river runs. Where? To the ocean. For what? To lose herself. Friends, those who understand this mathematics, in the total loss alone is a perfect gain. They alone can walk the spiritual path. Otherwise, itna kiya kya mila. Then you go to Santoshi Mata and do the bhajan. Therefore, Jivan Mukti na vratam idam. This is not the vratam. You have to follow rules and regulations. Now, this particular point is further explained. Dashamopi shirastadam rudan buddhvana roditi shiro vranastu masena shanaihi shamyati. So, coming back to the story. When the person thought the 10th person is lost and he was so miserable and therefore hitting his head against the stone or the wall, oh God, that person lost and all that. As a result, he got lot of wound on his head and all that. But then he came to know No, the 10th person is not lost and he is the one. After having known whatever wound has happened to his head, it will take its own time to heal. Like when you switch off the fan, for some time the fan momentum continues. In the same manner, Shiro Vranastu Masena Shanaihi Shamyati. How important it is. Therefore, friends, do not imagine suddenly the things will change. No. Whatever happens suddenly is an illusion. Let it take its own time. What is the hurry? Realize, okay, क्या करोगे? Who is the problem here? After realization, it's a big problem. Therefore, the joy it is. Vranastu masena shanaihi shamyati. No tada. Immediately it doesn't happen. Because whatever damage has to happen has happened, it will take its own time. Therefore, do not imagine. See, even after realization, I get stomachache. Because your brain has gone in your stomach. Really? Realization. Don't eat this, don't eat that, don't eat this, don't eat. Whole life is living inside the stomach. Breakfast ko kya hai? Lunch ko kya hai? दशमामृति लाभेन जातो हर्षो व्रणम व्यथाम तिरोधत्ते मुक्ति लाभः तथा प्रारब्ध दुःखिताम. What a beautiful way. Dashamaha amriti labhena. When he came to know, come on, the 10th one is not dead, he is still alive. Therefore, jataha harshaha. He has become extremely happy. And because of that happiness, vrana vyatham, the pain because of the wound on his head, tirodhatte. Now that wound and the pain become secondary and mukti labha. And he is happy in spite of the miseries of getting the wound on his head. And in the same manner, the wise man, after having come to discover his essential self, prarabdha dukkhitam, whatever is due, he goes through slowly, it will go. So, the prarabdha, whatever we are due, is like the wound which has happened because of the wrong notion that the 10th man is dead. And when we come to know that I am no more a jiva, and therefore, although born as a jiva, but I don't die as a jiva. Therefore, punarapi maranam, punarapi jananam, punarapi janani jatare shayanam, this story will come to an end. And therefore, he goes through all the good and bad experiences, knowing well, this is not my lot. This is the beauty, Maharaj. And the best part is, we have not done anything. You should get up early in the morning and do yoga, do pranayam. Thereafter, you will not get any breakfast. Why? Yoga. I won't tell you the name and place. My friend told me his daughter is in a very top position. So there was a special course organized for the CEOs. And not too many, only 20, select. And per CEO, they have charged 5 lakhs of rupees for 1 week. In 1 week, what they have done, what not to eat, do gardening, go and clean the toilets in the ashram. After paying 5 lakh, they have learned this thing. And then the Babaji came and he said, What you have learned? We have learned our mistake. See, friends, wherever you have to do something, you are going away from your divine nature. Being, not doing. Give it a try, be happy, or suffer, we'll meet again. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.